Hey guys, welcome back to episode 3 of my Mastering Archaeology series. We're gonna just jump right back into it. So we start at Everlight, and we actually got our third buckler. So this is gonna be really useful. It's gonna allow us to complete the mystery at Everlight, which is gonna be later on down the road. Now, moving on from Everlight, we ended up gaining another level, unlocking a new area. So we are currently level 74 Archaeology, and we are gonna be headed to Caradet. So first off, I decided to go and get the Hand of Glory in the church, and the way to get in the church is you need the Signet Ring, which is an artifact that you can restore. You get this artifact in the prison room at Al-Kharid. So now that we have the Hand of Glory, we can turn this into the Relic, which allows you to always have tier 1 luck no matter what kind of ring you are wearing, so that is pretty cool. Now, moving on from this, we ended up excavating at the new spot in Caradet, which is just outside of the chapel or church. So we are going to be here for a while. We do have a lot of XP to gain. We need to get to level 76 to unlock the next area. So we're going to be here for a long time, and hopefully we get a lot of artifacts out of it. So while I was here, I was stocking up on some of the batteries. So I decided to go ahead and charge up all of the shadow anchors, and doing this actually does complete a mystery in Caradet, which is pretty cool. And you'll get some ghosts that will appear. Now, once these ghosts do appear, you can talk to them and they'll give you some free materials for archaeology. So that was really nice. These materials are going to come in handy since they will help me restore these artifacts that I am gathering right now. So the first ghost is just outside the chapel, and then the next one is located inside the chapel. Then there is another one just west of the prison door. Basically, they are around all of the shadow anchors. Then there's another one near the entrance right here. So I did get a lot of materials from this. We got 40 ancient viz, 40 samite silk, 40 imperial steel, and also 40 Zerosian insignia. So these are all really important materials for basically any artifact in Caradet. And so after an hour or two, we ended up getting enough artifacts to reach level 75 archaeology. This is a pretty good milestone. So we are now only one level away from unlocking the last digsite, which is the Warforge. Now I also went ahead and made my first relic. So what I needed to do here was attach a Ring of Wealth to the Hand of Glory, and then you just use it on the monolith. And as you can see, we got the Ring of Luck relic. Probably not something I will be using, but it is pretty cool just to have. So I headed over to Caradet since the pylon was at 100%, and we actually got one of the Inquisitor Staff pieces. We got the Inquisitor Staff rod, and it is listed at 70 mil. So that is a really lucky drop, I guess, that we got from Archaeology. Super pleased about that. Now there is 3 other pieces to make the Inquisitor Staff, which is just a mage equivalent to the Pterosaur Maul, which gives a 12.5% damage boost against melee class enemies, and also a 10% hit chance against melee class enemies. So overall, it is a really great item to have. And who knows, I might even wait and see if I can get the other 3 pieces to make myself this staff. And so after a little while longer, we ended up getting enough artifacts to hit level 76 archaeology, and we get the invite to the Warforge, which is the Bandos dig site. So this is going to be pretty interesting to see what this dig site looks like. So let's head there now. So we are now here at the dig site. So we are going to be here for a while actually. The next unlock is at level 76 archaeology. However, at level 76, we did unlock the Warforge, so this spot right here, but we also unlocked a new excavation hotspot within the Stormguard Citadel, so we are going to head back there later, but we're going to be spending most of our time here at the Warforge, mostly because we are going to be looking for the 4 Imcando pieces, which will be needed later on to make the Imcando Mattock, so we are going to get a head start on that. And so while just checking on some of the researchers, we ended up getting one of the achievements for the professor qualifications. So this will be useful later on down the road. And so while I was just checking my comments on my previous video, someone was kind enough to offer me a Dragon Mattock. So he did go ahead and give me that, which is really awesome. So shout out to him for giving me free Dragon Mattock. I wasn't really sure if I was going to buy it otherwise, since it is listed at 100 mil. So thanks again for that. Now, since we got it, we are going to go ahead and make the Crystal Mattock. I did have the 4000 Harmonic Dust just handy. And I'm also going to augment it and put Honed 4 on it. I didn't have Honed 5 and it was a little bit too difficult to obtain, so we're just going to settle with Honed 4 for now. But it is really nice that we have this Crystal Mattock now, since we are going to need it to make the Imcando pickaxe later on, which I'm definitely planning on doing. So I decided to go ahead and check out the Stormguard Citadel next. I actually haven't even been in here yet, and it does look really cool. So first off, as you can see, we get some boots, which are essentially used to get around in this place. But just off first glance, this looks like a really nice dig site. So this is going to be the location of our next excavation spot. It is going to be level 76. So we are going to collect up the artifacts here so that we can finish off a few more collections. Also, while exploring a little bit, I found the wingsuit, which was located in this building. So we are going to fix that up, and I'm pretty sure it's going to be used for flying around this place and just traveling around, since it is a dig site that is located in the sky. And so since we have reached level 76, I was able to gather some of the materials myself to make the Tetra Compass. So I do actually have enough parts to make 2 of them. So we are going to go ahead and get this done. I do really want to see if we can get the Dragon Mattock or even Guildmaster Tony's Mattock, because those would be just insane drops and it would just make me bank. So hopefully we get one of those. We are just going to finish this up, as well as restore the wingsuit, which I will then just attach to my tool belt so that we can use it later on within the Stormguard Citadel. We also managed to get level 77 Archaeology, so we are 1 level closer to moving on to the next spot. But we're going to go ahead and just jump into the Tetra Compass pieces. So the first location here was pretty quick to get. I do really like these because they are only 1 step, which is super nice, really easy to get. It's just the hard thing with the Tetra Compass pieces is that they're hard to find the pieces and to assemble, but they are really easy to find the actual casket. So we're just going to finish off and get the second one here, and now we're going to see what we get in both of these caskets. So the first casket, as you can see, we make around 2 mil. I'm not sure if all of the material prices are correct right now, but we did get some pretty cool stuff. Got some artifacts there. I do really like this alloy stuff. That's some material that I don't even use yet. We also got a master clue scroll. Overall, it's not too bad. I do really like the tomes there as well. That's quite a bit of archaeology XP there, so that is really nice. Overall, pretty good Tetra Compass, but we didn't get any unique items like the Mattocks. And so for the second Tetra Compass casket, we ended up getting a ton of artifacts that we can restore later. A lot of them will be useful later on when I get to a higher level. And we also got some decent materials, elite clue. We got some rune salvage and stuff. So this one probably wasn't as good. We only got 1 complete tome as well, which is a little bit unfortunate since those do give a ton of XP. And so now we're just going to cash in all of these tomes. We got 3 of them. And as you can see, they just give a ton of XP per tome. And it does scale depending on what archaeology level you have. So these tomes are always going to be just great to obtain. And so after a few more hours at the Warforge, we ended up getting 79 archaeology by restoring a few more of these artifacts. So far we have gotten a ton. We've also gotten a few of the Imcando pieces, although not all 4 yet, so we're going to need to be there for a bit longer. We also ended up getting enough Tetra Compass pieces to make a 3rd one for this episode, so we're going to go ahead and do them since they are just always super exciting to do. So the location was just south of Ardone, so we're going to get the casket here. And now let's see what's in the casket. So this one is pretty good. As you can see, we got 6.7 mil. Lots of materials there, more low-level materials, which is a little bit unfortunate. We also got 3 artifacts, which is all right, and also got some consumables, which will help with archaeology. Overall, it's a pretty decent Tetra Compass, but probably not as good as the first one that we got. And so after a bit more digging for artifacts, we finally managed to get enough to reach level 81 Archaeology. This is going to unlock a ton of new locations. There's actually one in Citadel, one in the Infernal Source, one in the Warforge, and also one in the Stormguard Citadel. So there's lots of new locations that we can go excavate. And also, as you can see, we do have all 4 of the Imcando pieces, as well as the first key to unlock that Imcando pickaxe. So it is a pretty good accomplishment, and we got that long grind from level 76 to 81 over with. So I'm going to start with the Infernal Source, because there is just 3 more artifacts that I need to complete the collection here, which will give me quite a bit of chronotes. We are getting really close to the next qualification, so we are going to need those chronotes for the next unlocks. And so there we go, we have completed another collection, and we've gotten another 8k chronotes. That is going to be super helpful once we get that new rank, which I think we can get right now. So there we go, we're getting the Professor qualification. So this is going to unlock the Archaeology outfit, as well as a new soil box upgrade, new Mattock upgrade, also the screener, which is going to be super helpful. So I'm going to go ahead and just buy some stuff right now. First, I do want the soil box upgrade. It is only 18k chronotes, and it bumps it up to store 250 soil, so that is really nice. Although the auto screener is also pretty good as well. I'm thinking we're going to use the rest of the chronotes just on some of the Archaeology outfit. This is going to provide a little bit of Archaeology bonus XP, so that's going to be just pretty nice overall, and it will be pretty good for a while now. And so I'm just going to try and farm some of these chronotes. I do have a lot of artifacts just sitting in my bank, and so I'm just going to try and finish off these collections, these duplicate collections, just to get some more chronotes. Then we can buy the full Archaeologist outfit, because that 6% bonus XP is going to be really nice for the next 10 or 20 levels. And so there we go, we finally got enough chronotes to buy a few more pieces of the outfit. We're going to finish it off actually, buying the last 2 pieces. So this is going to provide a 6% bonus XP. That's going to be super, super useful. Next, I'm probably going to save up for the auto screener. I think that's going to be a super useful upgrade. The next spot I wanted to check out was inside the church at Caradet. And we actually ended up getting enough pylon batteries to finish off the next level. So we are now level 83 Archaeology. And this actually unlocks a new location as well. Although there are a few that we haven't even been able to check out yet, including the Warforge. So we are going to go ahead and do that first before we move on to the next spot, which is also located in the Warforge. And so this is going to be the tier 81 spot in the Warforge. We're going to sit here for a while just so we can get both of the artifacts and just finish off another collection. Then later on, we're going to head into the depths of the Warforge. We need to excavate the debris down at the bottom, and then we can enter the second area of the Warforge. That is going to be in the next episode. We also need to get all the keys so we can make that Imcando pickaxe. That's going to be the main goal in episode 4. So I'm going to try and get that done. And that Imcando pickaxe, it's really going to help a lot. Anyway, guys, I really hope you did enjoy this episode. It was a lot of fun, and so far I am really enjoying Archaeology, and I hope you guys are too. Let me know in the comments down below how far you are with Archaeology, because this skill does seem to take quite a while, and it kind of seems like I am a little bit behind now, since I haven't been playing as much as I was the week it was released. But anyway, guys, I really hope you did enjoy this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.